Welcome back to my channel. For the past 8 months, I've been making daily videos 6-7 times a week. So for 8 months period, I have produced more videos than our YouTube subscribers. So this is an achievement, but also this is a major problem. Obviously, I am making a strategic mistake because I have created more content than the audience I have captured, I have, retained, and this is not really the optimal result. So I would like to change my strategy. So I took 2 weeks off and reflected on the data and stats that I could see. I would like to produce 2 pieces of content every week from now on, so I have more time to do my research, so I can create better quality content, and also I have more time to do other things for our project because we would like to help emerging artists make money and become successful, and making videos is not the only way that I can do. So I'm creating content, I'm writing articles, making online tutorials and coaching. I would like to also have time to write my book, so I'm taking a little bit time off my video production and focusing on other things. But back to today's video, I'm very excited to talk about colors. What is your favorite color? I know we're not in the kindergarten, so let's just skip the pinks and reds. And my favorite is black. You may say black or white, they're not really colors. Right, if you say if it's a colored photo or if it's a black and white photo, obviously they are like the opposite. And today I want to talk about the super blacks. They are not exactly a pigment or a color, they are materials. I don't know if you have heard about the Blackest black. It's the Vantablack. It is a material composed of tiny micro small carbon tubes. It absorbs 99.96% of visible light, so whatever you paint with it, you don't see it. It vanishes like a stealth technology. Actually, it's first developed for military and space exploration. It's not really developed as a fun art supply. So this Vantablack is a breaking through technology invented by a UK-based lab called Surreal Nanosystem. After they have invented the Vantablack, they registered in the USPTO, US Patent and Trademark Office, as a patent. And after that, there are other companies also tried using similar ideas but different ways to make this nanotech super black. There's another Massachusetts-based company called Nanolab. It is a NASA-funded project, in fact, although the lab is quite independent. They've invented another kind of nanotube super black called Singularity Black. Singularity, the name is inspired by the center of the black hole. As you can imagine, is another super black that is invisible to the human eye. And it sounds very, very exciting that imagine like you can have this kind of material, it can be used in a million different ways. However, it was not invented for consumer level products or art supplies because it's not only very expensive to apply because it's a nanotech, it's very dedicated to apply. You can't just like spray it in the air. You have to fabricate it in a lab, but also it's very dangerous to apply. If you paint your car with this Vantablack, your car goes stealth and you can have a lot of accidents. And imagine if people use it for other kind of evil, use, like you can paint weapons with it, or you can paint other kind of vehicles, aircrafts, and it can be used for terrorism, and we don't want this falling into the wrong hands. And that's why those two labs are not really motivated to make it a consumer level, consumer grade material, and they are mainly staying within the space/military grade kind of applications. Many artists, after hearing this super blacks, they were so excited to try. So they wrote letters to the labs and they try to get their hands on those stealth black super blacks. One artist was the lucky one to be chosen to collaborate with Surreal Nanosystem. His name is Sir Anish Kapoor. You probably have heard his name. He's a very established UK artist. Originally he was not really a UK citizen. He was born in India and then he moved to the UK, became super successful, and he received a knighthood. So he's Sir Anish Kapoor. After a careful selection, Surreal Nanosystem decided to exclusively collaborate with Anish Kapoor, which means any other artist would not be able to work with this material. So this has caused rage in the artist community, because imagine there's this super cool color, super black, that is one of its own kind, and suddenly only one artist is allowed to create art with such material. Of course, it doesn't sound very fair. So Anish Kapoor has received a lot of personal attacks, especially for being colored, ethnically visible minority. Another artist whose name is Stored Sample got really obsessed with this color, well, not exactly a color, but this material, and he took it quite personally. So he did a public declaration against Kapoor saying, share your black. So he started inventing his own colors, such as the pinkest pink, and he sold it on his own website for $5 a bottle, and anyone could buy it, and he made it so accessible that really, literally, the whole world could enjoy his ultra fluorescent pinkest pink. However, he put specifically on his website that anyone who is associated with Kapoor or Kapoor himself could not use his pink, just to tease Kapoor and also to raise public debate against the exclusivity of Kapoor's exclusive privilege of using Vantablack. So Kapoor was, also equally upset, and he got his hands on the sample's pink. To be more precise, he got his middle finger into the pink and did an Instagram post. Kapoor was basically saying, I could get my hand on anything I want and you are not stopping me. Sample then did the glitteriest glitter made of the very micro tiny shreds of glasses, so that if Kapoor decided to put his finger again into that glitteriest glitter, he would literally cut his hand. And then Sample continued with this art fight. He did the black 2.0, black 3.0, maybe he will do it 4, 5, 6.0 like the iPhones and keep upgrading. He did not use the nanotech because he's not a lab, he's not a scientist. He did just with black pigment, but it's black enough for any other creative projects, so he sold everything again on his website, very cheap, very affordable for all the artists in the community to enjoy, except Kapoor. And this fight today is still going on. I don't know, what do you think? Do you support Kapoor or do you support Sample? And it's a very delicate matter. I think you could be on either side and you have your own reasons. According to the media, Kapoor developed or co-developed the Vantablack with the team in the Surreal Nano system. I looked into the registration details and I realized that Kapoor's name was not among one of the many inventors. He could have worked in the team of the Vantablacks, but I don't think he's the main person. Otherwise, in the registration, it would have mentioned his name in there, but it was not there. So my guess was that Kapoor maybe gave some advice and some feedbacks as an artist, but he's not a main inventor. That means he's not a holder of the patent or one of the holders, and also means that Vantablack is not his black. So when Stored Sample said, share your black, he was basically saying, steal the patent from Surreal Nano system and leak it. I don't think it's the right thing to do. You are basically asking an artist to be a thief or to be a criminal to infringe someone else's intellectual property rights. It's not something that we want anyway. Like, if we want the super blacks, we could find any other way, and we shouldn't push Kapoor to, share his black because it's not even his black. On the bright side, or on the dark side, well, on the other dark side, we can use Singularity Black. Singularity Black is open for any artist to apply. There's no exclusivity, and in fact, a local artist has already made an artwork with Singularity Black. His name is Jason Chase. As you can see, this artwork is super cool. It is a iron cast gummy bear painted in Singularity Black, contrasted by the very colorful background, as if it were 2D instead of 3D. If you want to use this super black, you can too. However, this paint is very, very delicate, it's very fragile. If you touch with your hand this surface, all these micro nano carbon tubes will fall off and you will not be able to maintain it for much longer. So this is not very practical. Although this material is very cool to express your artistic freedom, but it's not very practical. So if you liked a practical material that is black, fluorescent, glittery, or whatever that color or texture that you want to reflect, you are more than welcome to develop your own intellectual property, your own method of creating such pigment or such material, and you can register your own IPR over it, so you can decide if you would like to share it with anyone else, with everyone else, or just keep it to yourself like Kapoor was doing. But Kapoor did not willingly keep it to himself, but this is the fact that he had to keep it to himself. But if you are the IPR owner, you can do whatever you want with it. If you're interested in knowing how to register your IPR as an artist, I would love to help you. Just leave me a comment below. Although I am not a practicing attorney, but I know all the best attorney jokes, so leave me a comment below. Hopefully I can help you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and see you in the next video.